In review time. Reveal, review, and react. So jump on in and let's have a look at Lego Star Wars Magazine, Episode 3. What we do here is have a look at Lego magazines that were made from 2015 to 2025, mainly Star Wars, but we do other magazines such as Marvel, Minecraft, Friends, Avengers, Spider-Man, DC. So jump in, check it out. So as you see on the board right here, we got today, they always start out, awesome gift, Imperial Shooter. If you look at the Imperial Shooter here, it has 2 blasters and a nice little mini build, similar to something. If I look right, I have a gun rack. I have a gun rack around here. It's a similar build to my gun rack. So a similar build to the gun rack right here. Okay, it's not too bad at all if you look at it. Not for the price anyway. So this started out in 2015. And been running ever since. I've been collecting it since 2015. Each and every one of them that has a minifigure inside. Now this is a mini build. At least that's what I call it. It's a mini build. It's not a minifigure. All right. Some people call it differently. And I don't only collect this one, but every first issue of everyone they have ever made. Like I said, Minecraft, Friends, Batman, which is DC, Avengers, Spider-Man, because they changed that from Avengers to Spider-Man. They even had a couple of odd ones that they made. I also have that in there. They have City, Jurassic World now. So we'll be looking at a lot, doing a review on a lot of them. So keep watching for all of those. Okay, so it starts off like you see it is right here. And the build is right here. This is the instructions. It's sort of like the instructions in your advent calendar. You have to watch it really closely to follow the build. But this one is basic, so you can basically make that. Amazing Lego secrets inside. Comes with a cool new poster and a comic. And let's take a look at the price, as we always do. Over here, it's September to October. September 23rd to October 20th, 2015. And again, the price was really, really nice. We'll talk about that later also. It was $3.99. Okay, basically £4. And you see right here, this is issue number 3. So let's jump in and have a look. Ezra in the front. I always got to mention who's in the front. They have different characters. Then they started adding just basically one. So here we go. As I said before, City, they do have a magazine with that one also. Which City comes with, I think City has like the most Lego of any Lego, as you guys know. City just have, because they can build anything. They can build planes, they can build rockets, they can build farm equipment, they can build ocean equipment, they can build, when I say subs, they can build cars, bikes, houses, you know, anything any other Lego can do, they can build. They have cats, animals, so anything anyone can do. They can build a military, anything like that. So anyway, let's look at the other plays. Here's the Imperial Shooter. And if you look right here, you can see some warriors for the Empire right here. We got a Stormtrooper. We have a Sand Trooper there, right here. Snow Trooper there. Scout, and a Death Star Trooper right here. I'm also doing a mini series on all the Lego Star Wars troopers that they are clones. Okay, so let's jump into the next page. It says your toy basically at the top. Here we have a puzzle with Han Solo. I have to say it again, I wish they would do stuff like this as a sort of goof. So they made that up. Let's say they just gave us that as opposed to the regular carbonite. That'd be really cool. That'd be really awesome, I think. Let me know what you guys think in a comment. Okay, so you want to cut this out and fill the puzzle up. So you'd stick this on a board and cut it out and stick it up. Okay, let's jump into the magazine, the comic part of it. Okay, here we go. They're going to race. And you see the iconic Millennium Falcon here. You see you got all the heroes. Luke, Han Solo, Obi, Chewie, R2-D2, and CP3O, right? So let's jump into the next page. See they're having a chat, getting prepped, and they're talking to Jabba. And, ooh, Han almost fell into the hole of the pit of death, guys. Han almost fell into the pit of death. Here we have the Rancon just coming after Jabba. That's incredible. And it's really surprising, these guys, because they're like, what? The Rancon is attacking him. That's incredible. Anyway, so they're back here and they're having a fight with the guards and some of the hoodlums. Jabba's hoodlums. Let's move on. And the droids just got away from the Rancon because why didn't CP3 have any sort of thrusters like R2-D2? When they remade him, guys remember when they remade him, rebuilt him, why didn't they just add those in like they did with R2-D2? So here we have the X-Wing versus the Death Star. This one is to, what you do, you search it up and look and see. This was the old bill or before bill, and this is the after bill. So if you can see the difference, you can spot the differences on it, right? That's basically what it is, sort of spot the difference. On page 9. Let's move over. The Rancon is loose, and he's backing up those Gamorrean pigs, all right? And they took off. So they're in the air and they've been chased by a Death Star. Okay. Lord Vader is talking to the general. And we see an X-Wing. And what is that? Is that a TIE fighter we got there? Chasing them also, so they're being chased by a lot of ships. And the race has begun. So let's move on. Oh, they've won the race. And the Millennium Falcon, sorry, the destroyer cannot go through the flag. He has to go right through the winner's flag tape. And here we go, finish line. And they're off hyperspace, and they're gone. Lord Sidious is speaking to Vader. Let's check it out here. I don't really open these. This is like the first time I'm opening it. I just buy them and collect them, have a peep at it, and I don't really like go through it time and time again because I collect them. Here we have a puzzle, sort of maze. In the magazine, you'll find a couple of those. The earlier versions had less, but now there are a lot more, I believe. Tie alert. Over here is a game. Again, you have to match the different clones. Down here, they have a scrambler here, and you have to figure it out and put it in there, find it in there. All right. Let's move on. On the magazine also, which is really good, they do it in the hardcover books. They give you a whole thing, a whole rundown, description profile, if you want to call it that. On this one, they do give you a profile of a lot of the things. I am really surprised by now they haven't given us a profile on the Millennium Falcon because it's been shown 3 or 4 times. But here we go with Vader's profile. Species, human, height 2.02 meters, weight 136 kilos, affiliation Sith, weapons lightsaber with red blade, the Force. Okay, and here you have a different set of Vaders right here. So you have Vader, just Vader on his own. Then you have Vader with the mask, the mask that splits into 2, because you know you have the regular ones and then the one that's spent. Then you have obviously the Christmas Vader right here, Santa Vader. Okay, and they usually give you a signature right here too, so which is a really cool thing. And here comes the centerfold, the main page. So it's a 2-sided centerfold. Can you guys tell which one this is here? Let's see who we got on the inside. And on the inside, we got the X-Wing. Iconic X-Wing with Luke inside of it. Original. I'm surprised this hasn't gone for more, you know, because it's the first one they made. And obviously the head of Vader on the opposite side. And here we go. As I said, I don't collect these because they made a lot of Star Wars mags, but this is more of a Star Wars comic book, right? So I don't really collect those, and they don't have many figures with them. That's one of the reasons why I don't really pay attention to it. So this was the original, the first one with Yoda on the front. If you go back in my videos, you'd see that. Let's move on to the next one. So this is a new comic. They usually split the comics into 2, and they show a different, which we're getting Rebels now, okay? Rebels Bicycle Tour in Capital City. Okay, we see the whole crew here. Ezra is not in there. It's probably on the ship, his own. The whole bunch is there, but Ezra is not. Here we see them being chased by Vader's Imperial ship, and they've stolen a X-Wing, not an X-Wing, sorry, TIE fighter, and they're being chased. He blasted them, but it seems like his ship blew up. He crashed. He didn't blast them. He crashed into them. And here we have the droids causing a mayhem, as they do, and smashed up this whole building over here. The magazine so far is not bad. It's not bad for the price. It's like I said, it's £4, $3.99. Okay, now they have, you see, things like this I wish they would do. Look, if they gave us a CP3O with a ball on his foot, that'd be really cool, you know, as a goof in one of the advent calendars. Like this year, that'd be really great. Okay, and give us some clones like that. You know, that'd be a really cool goof. You guys let me know what you think. And also, let me know if you think the prices of Star Wars Lego has gone insane. You guys know that the new Star Wars that's going to drop, right, is going to be 1,000 pounds, sorry, $1,000, right, which is like, what are we talking about, 900 pounds? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. You guys drop me a comment and let me know. Hey guys, big shout out. Lego Boy, what's up? You good? I'm absolutely fine, man. Starfish, Bricks. These comics were heat back in the day. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Way too insane. Absolutely, man. It's that price is crazy. I'm not able to get that. Are you able to get that? That's insane. You know, no one's able to get that. Well, unless you're absolutely minted. You know, you're not gonna be able to get that unless you absolutely crushed with cash. You know, you got to be loaded, crushed. So it's so heavy. You know what I mean? Crushed with cash. I don't know if you ever heard that term before, but if you crush with it, you know what I mean? It's heavy. Paid. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. So yeah, so here we go. They took all the pieces, right, and he made a tricycle. So a bike for 3 people. All right, and Ezra is here finally. Here we go. Let's turn and see what we got next. So we got the droids cleaning up. They work in a cafe. And we got everyone eating the same cafe, but they messed up. When they made the pizza, they actually left some pieces of bolts on it. So guys, while you're on there, tell me if you ever collected these magazines at all, if you have them. So you think they were back in the day, they were good, but they still have them now. Do you collect them at all? Anyone of you guys? Again, thanks for jumping in, guys. Great to see you. Right. Thanks a lot for jumping in. Amazing. Right, let's move on. Here we see, as usual, Ezra is distracting. Their opponents, and they're outside, and it seems like they're gonna zip off on those bikes. There we go. They didn't even use the 3-0. They zipped off on the bikes, just like I thought. And they're being chased. Lego Star Wars bikes. That'd be a thing to make, right? Awesome. Okay, they're being chased. And let's move on over here. And they have a spill. They rode up to the ghosts. And that's the end here. Hey, Ron, what's up, man? Big shout out to you also. So here we go. We have Chewbacca's ship. And again, here's a rundown of the figs right here. See Wookiee gunship, and it gives you the weapon, front cannons, elevated cannon, 2 rapid shooters, wings, species, special effects, special features, special effects. That's not here or there. Wings can be raised into attack mode, mobile guns. All right, so let's move on. And here we have all the characters over here. We have Kanan, we have one of the Wookiees there, 2 Wookiees. All right, now let's move on here. We got the Imperial Assault Carrier, and we have a couple of droids. One droid. Sabine. Agent Callis, who is a main figure in the magazine, as you guys saw. All right, Imperial Officer, and a TIE pilot. That comes with these figures, right? So you get 2 Imperial TIE pilots, plus the rest of those droids. And they're giving you a little, again, bio of the Imperial Assault Carrier, right? Dual stud blasters, small spring load blast. That's what comes with it there. Can release 4 TIE fighters. Wow, yeah, because they gave you those small ones under it when you built it. Remember that? Has an extra ammo cargo box in it. I actually got that cheap. I got a bundle and I picked it up cheap without the boxes. Someone gave it to me, and it cost me $50, which was pretty good. I got 4 ships for $50, so that wasn't bad at all. No boxes though. Right. Also, in these magazines, you had a chance of winning, right, which was really good. One of these 4 ships, right? So you had a chance of winning the ATT 75080 or the ADP 75083, or you had a chance of winning the Wookiee gunship 75084, and obviously the TIE Fighter Advance in their prototype, which was the cheapest. No, not the cheapest, the second cheapest. All of them basically worth over 25 pounds, talking about $30. And here we have a little bio on the CP3O. So if you choose the right thing there, you can have a chance of winning that. BB-8, 10, 10, 15. Let's move on and see what we got. Usually in the back of the book would show you what's coming up next. So issue, and this one's coming out on the 21st of October. They have a little game here for you, right? So it shows comics, puzzles, win. And over here, you have the big battle going on with this iconic ship, right? I don't see this much anymore. Even if you look on any sites, you can't find it. Let's just check the back out. Choose your side. Which side would you choose, guys? Leave me a comment. Which side would you choose? So that's our review today. Again, stay tuned tomorrow for the next review. And as I say, may the Force be with you.